Hello, welcome to the 29th episode of Shardcast. I'm your host, Frozelvania, and I'm going to bring to you another exhibition match. This time it's going to be between Mastrfett and Griffonpass, both of which are new to the Shardcast episodes. We haven't featured either one of them yet, but I found an interesting matchup. Both of them are trying to get the new Triumvirate card out that was just released in the previous Hex patch. So I thought it'd be an interesting matchup to bring that to you guys and see if they can't get that to work. In the meantime, hopefully I can catch you more of their games in the future. This will be another episode that features the new layout that I'm going to continue to use from this point forward, based on your viewer requests. The slight change into it's going to be I didn't want to discourage people from using the Hex stream layout, the Hex Twitch stream layout, where that includes the webcam in the bottom right hand corner. So what I've done is, when those layouts are used, instead of just cropping off the right side of the screen like I would have used to have done, I'm going to start placing my webcam down there. So make it a little bit different than the that episode 28 was, but it should still work out for you guys. I'm going to go ahead and get to the coin flip here. And here we go. Looks like it's going to be Mastrfett keeping his hand. He'll be going first as he won the coin flip. He kept a Diamond Shard, Ruby Shard, Shards of Fate, Repel, 2 Soul Marbles, and a Turreted Wall. Both of these players will be playing a Ruby, Diamond, Sapphire deck as they're trying to get all 3 Lords out for the Triumvirate. If you are not familiar with the new card in the set that's just released this past, I believe it was Thursday, the Triumvirate is a 9/9 troop with flight, speed, and steadfast that requires you to have one of each color threshold: a sapphire, a ruby, and a diamond threshold. The kicker also is, in order to get it out, you have to have Lord Adam in play, as well as Lord Benjamin and Lord Alexander. That's the new white Lord. Lord Benjamin's the blue, and Lord Alexander's red. You have to have all 3 of them in play, and then void all 3 of them in order to get the Triumvirate into play. So Mastrfett starts off with a Soul Marble in play, passes turn over to Griffonpass after he drops a Diamond Shard. Griffonpass places a Sapphire Shard and passes turn back over. Mastrfett will get his Shards of Fate out, so he can go get, no doubt, a Sapphire Shard. Yep, so there's number 2. It'll be interesting to see how viable this deck actually is, as he places a counter on the Soul Marble. It'll be interesting to see how viable this deck actually is, considering how difficult it's going to be to get all 3 thresholds and get all 3 of those cards out at the same time, be able to avoid all 3. So, Griffonpass puts down a Ruby Shard and plays Lord Benjamin, so he gets the first Lord out between the 2 of them. They're kind of racing to see who can get the card out first. So Mastrfett will draw a Time Ripple, play his Ruby Shard. So he's got all 3 threshold now. And he's going to pass turn back over. Griffonpass is just missing the Diamond threshold. We'll see who can get the Lords out first. So you'll probably see some unorthodox plays. They're just trying to get the new card out and play with and see how it works. Because again, this is the alpha stage of Hex, so we are trying to make sure these cards work properly. Griffonpass puts down his Diamond Shard, so all 3 of them have one of each threshold: Sapphire, Diamond, and Ruby. So now they're just trying to get their 3 Lords out so they can get this done. Now Mastrfett with a Time Rippled hand, we have to assume that once he gets the 3rd Lord out, or while he gets, I guess maybe when he gets the 2nd Lord out, he's going to try to Time Ripple one of them. Or maybe he'll try to Time Ripple the actual Triumvirate, because this is a 9-cost card. So in his first main phase, Griffonpass is going to play Cerulean Mentalist. See if maybe he's going to go for some card draw here. See if he can't dig to the Lords a little bit faster. I think Mastrfett's going to try to... Yep, he's going to repel Lord Benjamin. Mastrfett asking Griffonpass if he's gotten the Triumvirate out yet. Not yet, he responds. So the attack phase is done. as they're chatting back and forth. It looks like, sorry about the pause there in the audio. I'm trying to figure out what Mastrfett's going back and forth. He says he was able to play the Triumvirate last turn, and knew if he didn't understand the 3 damage to each troop as it attacks. So we'll get to that in a minute. In the meantime, Mastrfett drops 3 more resources into Soul Marble, so he's up to 4 counters now. And we're just waiting on Griffonpass to pass priority here. Trying to see if there's maybe a glitch here. Maybe Griffonpass is just typing back. Who knows? We'll wait here for a moment. Mastrfett's got a shards. There you go. Mastrfett's got a Shards of Fate, Time Ripple, another Soul Marble, and a Turreted Wall in hand. Griffonpass got 5 cards in hand as he passes into a second main phase and then into the end phase. Alright, so Mastrfett will start his 4th turn. He picks up Oracle Song and plays an additional Shards of Fate. This time he's going to grab another Diamond Shard, or Diamond Threshold I should say. And pass turn back over to Griffonpass with 3 resources available. Griffonpass draws 6 cards and places a Sapphire Shard. And he gets a Ruby Enchantress out. And in response, Mastrfett's going to Time Ripple the Mentalist in play, making sure that the Enchantress won't get the Inspire ability from the Mentalist. So the Mentalist will go back to Griffonpass's hand. The Enchantress will hit the table. And Mastrfett will put 1 more counter on the Soul Marble, going up to 6. Actually, I think there might be 5. He draws another Soul Marble, so he's got 2 Soul Marbles in hand and one in play, so let's see if Mastrfett goes to Oracle Song or Turreted Wall here. He's going to play Oracle Song, which will allow him to draw 2 cards. Brilliant Mentalist and Ascetic Aspirant. And he plays his last resource into a Soul Marble. So just a reminder, Ascetic Aspirant is a transforming card as well. It starts out as a 3/4 troop for 4. Means you can play it next turn. By exhausting it, you can turn it into an Enlightened Seeker, which is a 0/1 troop that says you can't play any cards, and at the end of your turn, draw a card. Then if you have 7 or more cards, transform it into this Transcended, which he's showing you right now. The Transcended is the 5/6 troop that says if you draw a card, search your deck for any card and put it in your hand instead. So I think that's how Mastrfett's going to get to all his lords. In the meantime, Griffonpass plays the Mentalist back on the board, swings with Enchantress, Mastrfett goes down to 18. So 20 to 18, we got our first bit of damage going through here on turn 5. The Mentalist obviously gets first strike because of the Enchantress. And Mastrfett draws Lord Adam. So he's going to play the Ascetic Aspirant on the board. You won't be able to exhaust him right off the bat because in order to use your activated ability as a troop, you cannot have Troop Trauma, which you have on your first turn if you don't have speed. So he will pass turn back over to Griffonpass. Griffonpass plays a Sapphire Shard in his turn, dropping him to 4 cards. He uses his champion ability, which is Lionel, to give the Mentalist a +3/+0. It's now a 5/3 troop with Swift Strike. He's going to go ahead and swing. So Mastrfett doesn't really want to block with the Aspirant. So he's going to let the 5 go through and go down to 13 health. That wall doesn't do much good now with that 5 attack power from the Mentalist, because with the Swift Strike, it would actually kill the wall before we could do any damage back either. Same reason why I can't block with Aspirant. They wouldn't trade. Swift Strike says that your damage is going to resolve before the opposing damage. So Mastrfett draws a Time Ripple. He's going to place Cerulean Mentalist. Add counter Soul Marble. The Mastrfett kind of biding his time here. Don't know how much time he's going to have at this rate. We'll see. Griffonpass. Drops another shard. It's a diamond shard this time. He now has 7 resources. He did all 7 drops, and he puts the Aspirant out of his own. So, because it's a 4 cost, it comes in with Swift Strike, and to finish out his first main phase, he's going to drop Bless in the Fallen. So no doubt we'll see the Aspirants, we'll see the Mentalist swinging here. It does. And Mastrfett will take the 5 again, it looks like, and go down to 8 health. He does. He passes his blocker phase. So Mastrfett's at 8, 5 constants on Soul Marble. Griffonpass at 20, hasn't been touched yet. And here comes another Mentalist for Mastrfett. He's going to go ahead and transform the Aspirant. So it now becomes the Enlightened Seeker. Mastrfett's got 6 cards in hand, meaning next turn he'll draw a card and transform the Seeker into the Transcended. I believe Soul Marble, if I recall correctly, has 6 counters on it now. I don't know. Oh, at the end of the turn you draw a card. There you go. I'm trying to figure out why he drew another card. He drew a card at the end of the turn, make him 7 cards. That's why the Transcendent's on the board now. And Griffonpass drops a Kraken Guard Mariner, the 1/1 Inspired Troop that gives +0/+1. And we'll probably see another swing here. Now the thing is, if I recall correctly, Soul Marble's got 6 counters on it, meaning Mastrfett can drop all 4. Nope, it's got 5, as you showed us. So he's going to have to take some damage here. He's going to have to block. Or, yeah, he's going to Time Ripple. He's a Time Ripple the Mentalist, who's a 5/3. Probably take 5 on the chin here, and dump the other 2 counters into the Soul Marble. Now he's going to go ahead and block the Ruby Enchantress. Since the Enchantress is only 2/1 and the Mentalist is 2/3, the Enchantress will die, and the Mentalist will live. Swift Strike goes through first, so the Aspirant's 3 damage, hits Mastrfett, goes down to 5. So unless there's any shenanigans here, we'll see the Enchantress leave the board. We do. Mentalist down to 1 power left, 1 toughness left, I'm sorry, for Mastrfett. Out comes the Shards of Fate for the second main phase for Griffonpass, so he's now up to 8 resources. He goes and grabs another Ruby Threshold. So he has 4 Sapphire, 2 Diamond, and 2 Ruby. A 3/4 Acidic Aspirant with Swift Strike on the board. A 1/1 Kraken Guard Mariner. Cerulean Mentalist comes back in. Due to Blessing the Fallen, still going to get the Swift Strike damage. Or Swift Strike. I already had it anyway. He gets the +0/+1 for the Mariner, so it's now a 5/4. So, looks like Mastrfett's going to go ahead and pump 2 more resources into the Soul Marble, so we'll go up to 7 counters here. Alright, so now when he draws a card, because he has a Transcendent, he can go get any card from his deck. We'll see what he's going to go after here. He's going after a Repel. He's going to try to get the Mentalist off the board. Which means he won't be able to dump 3 resources into the marble to get it to transform, because he needs the 2 back for the Repel. So we'll probably see him pass turn back over. I don't see him swinging with the Transcendent because you don't want him leaving the board. He's going to go ahead and pump the resources in. Transforming the Soul Marble into Soul Armaments, which gives all of his troops +2/+2. Steadfast. Gives all his troops while it's on the board +2/+2, Steadfast, and Spell Shield. So now he has a 4/5 and a 7/8. So now he can attack. Because even with the double block there, he could attack with Transcendent. I just don't know if I want to risk that. Especially since his whole idea is to go ahead and get his cards out. So he'll pass turn with 5 health. The turreted wall, when he plays it next time, will come in with that added ability, which means each time he draws a card, he'll draw 2 cards each turn, one from the wall and one from play, and be able to go get 2 different cards from his deck that he needs. The Griffonpass passes both phases. He's just going to go straight through the turn here. Having 3 cards in hand, doesn't play anything, doesn't attack anything. So, start of Mastrfett's turn, he's going to go after a shard. He picks up a Sapphire Shard, plays it, goes to 5 resources, plays the Spirit Cliff Cloud Knight. So it will come in as a 5/4, in addition to its usual flying, life drain, and steadfast. It's also going to get the spell shield from the soul armaments and the +2/+2, so it's a 5/4. Attack phase. And he passes turn. So Griffonpass with 4 cards in hand, 8 resources, is passing his first main phase again. And passing his attack phase and his main phase again. So 2 straight turns, all he does is draw a card, doesn't play anything, doesn't do anything else. So we'll go back over to Mastrfett. He's going to go choose a card from the deck again. He's going to start going to get his lords. He's going to pick up, nope. Yep, he picks up Lord Alexander. So let's see. He's going to play it with Lord Alex out there. That's his first Lord. He's got Lord Adam in hand. Alright, so it looks like Mastrfett's going to swing with the 5/4 Cloud Knight. No flyers on board for Griffonpass, so that 5's going to hit. Griffonpass goes down to 15, Mastrfett back up to 10. Because it has the Mentalist ability too, when it came into play, he gets to go pick another card, so he's going to go Lord Benjamin. He still has 2 resources available, so he's going to come out on a second main phase. Yep, so that's 2 lords out now. So next turn, it looks like Mastrfett will get the Triumvirate out. Again, I'm wondering how viable this deck actually is in tournament play, because of how slow it takes to get going. Mastrfett seemed to have a good handle on it. So again, Griffonpass passes all the way through his turn. And Mastrfett's going to go get a Diamond Shard. Play it, so he's up to 6 resources now. Out comes Lord Adam. There's all 3 lords on the board. We're going to see this happen, folks. We'll see Lord Adam light up green over there. And here he goes. The Triumvirate's out. New card released. Again, it is a 9/9 troop usually, but gets +2/+2 from soul armaments. It usually has flight, speed, and steadfast. It also gets the spell shield from the soul armaments. When it attacks, draw 3 cards, gain 3 health for each card in your hand, and then deal 3 damage to each opposing champion and troop. So he gets to draw 3 cards. He gets to pick whatever 3 he wants. So he picks a Diamond Shard, Lord Benjamin, and Aesthetic Aspirant. Oh, and because it came in with the mental ability, you actually get to draw an additional card. Because when it does damage to a champion, it draws a card. So it actually gets to draw 4, so he also draws a counter magic. So now he gains 3 health for the 9 cards in hand. Actually, it doesn't look like that happened properly. It looked like he only got it for the 5 cards first. It looks like it went gain 3 health, then draw 3 cards. So maybe we'll have to check on that. It did 3 damage to each troop, which is why you see the damage on the troops on the other side of the board. Plus it took Griffonpass down to 1, 11 from the actual damage, and then 3 whenever he actually attacked. So Mastrfett gives the Transcendent Flying as he plays Lord Benjamin as well, another copy. So this game's all but over. So kind of interesting to see that card out, the Triumvirate. I hope that there's a way to get to it much quicker, a little easier than Mastrfett got there. I like to think Mastrfett got there in quite an easy manner there. But I worry it's too slow for tournament play at this point in time. But I'll definitely be on the lookout for different Triumvirate decks out there because that's an awful neat card. So Griffonpass. Yeah, it looks like Griffonpass lost his Aesthetic Aspirant. I don't know why. Unless... Yes, I was going to say, he transformed, but the damage was still on there. I don't know if that's correct or not. So what happened was, it was a 3/1, because of 3 damage for the Triumvirate, Aesthetic Aspirant. He transformed it into the Enlightened Seeker, which is a 0/1. It looked like the damage stayed on the card even though it transformed. And as such, it actually died. It went straight to the graveyard. So that's odd. I'm not quite sure if that's intended or not. I'm pretty sure if you transform it, I don't know if... I don't think the damage is supposed to come with it, so... Griffonpass is just unloading his hand now. He puts a Princess Victoria down. It's a 1/3. Puts down Lord Adam. Lord Adam gets the +0/+1, the Swift Strike from the graveyard, plus the life drain from Victoria, but it's a little too late, so... Looks like Mastrfett's going to try something instead of ending the game here. Especially since he's got, see, 3, 14, 19, 26 flying. So let's see what he's going to try here. The Triumvirate's unique. So I wonder if he's trying to make sure that ability works properly. We'll see. I mean, it says unique right on the card, but I guess because it's a new card, he's going to try it out, make sure it works properly, because all 3 lords are unique, and the triumvirate is. He may be trying to go get Lord Adam, create another triumvirate, and see if it actually pulls the other one off the board. In the meantime, with 1 health, Griffonpass is going to try to mount a comeback here. So, Griffonpass is going to pass on his first main phase. He can't really attack, that's the problem. He can't really mount a comeback. You have a 7-8 and 11-11 on this side of the board. So, Mastrfett's going to go get Oracle Song. I think he's trying to test the same thing I talked about earlier, about the gain 3 health for each card in your hand after you draw 3 cards. The problem is it's not going to work. Because the damage will resolve first. Well, not if it goes in order like it says. It's supposed to go when this troop attacks, not when it deals damage. When the troop attacks, it draw 3 cards. Then gain 3 health for each card in your hand. Then deal 3 damage to each opposing troop or champion. If opposing troop and champion, champion and troop, sorry. Alright, so outcomes. He's all 3 lords out again. I think I'm going to try to see if it actually works. The uniqueness is going to work. Yeah, here we go. Yep, it does work. Okay. So that's going to end the game. Good alpha testing there by Mastrfett. You have to make sure that's going to work. So, pretty neat that we were able to see the Triumvirate come out. It is a brand new card by released by Hex this week in the newest patch. So, good alpha testing there by both players, trying to get that out, make sure it works, trying to test both the transformation into the Triumvirate, make sure all the abilities work. Like I said, I would double check the Triumvirate's ability though, because it said the way it reads. Let's go ahead and zoom me back out here. Looks like I'm all up. There we go. The way it reads is you deal. See, when this troop attacks, draw 3 cards. That's the first thing you would do. As soon as you declare to attack, you draw 3 cards. Then gain 3 health for each card in your hand. It looked like, because I had the ability from the Shrilly Mentalist, it should have drawn 4 cards, because it had 3 cards from the card and the added ability. That being said, if you go in order, declare attack, draw 3 cards. You shouldn't draw on the 4th one yet, because you haven't done any damage. Once after you draw the 3 cards, then gain 3 health from each card in your hand. He would have gone up to 8 then, which would have been 24 health. It looked like he only gained 15, which is for the original 5. So I don't think that's going in the right order. Then deal 3 damage to each champion and troop. That should hit, and then you should have drawn another card from the Shrilly Mentalist. So I just think the timing of all that is off. So we'll see if there's a bug listed for that. If not, I may see if I can get on there and list that bug as well. But appreciate you for tuning in. This was episode 29 of Shardcast. I'm your host, Frotzylvania. Please visit me on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on the YouTube page here. Follow me on Twitch if you can. I'll have all those links at the bottom. And thank you to Mastrfett for allowing me to use his video there, and I hope to feature some more of his videos in the future. If you would like to be featured on an episode of Shardcast, all you have to do is have a recorded Twitch feed, either on the Twitch website or on YouTube. Make sure you have the gameplay either unobstructed, or if you're going to use the Hex background like I just showed, I can put my picture in there to cover up yours. But either way, that way you can have an unobstructed view. I have changed my layout now so we can get a bigger, more clear view of the gameplay. So make sure you have that, and then let me know what's out there. Either send me a tweet, send me a message on the YouTube page, let me know it's there, and I'll be more than happy to feature on a future episode. So, in the meantime, again, I'm Frotzylvania. Hope to see you on another episode of Shardcast, but until then, so long.